Eid-ul-Fitr is celebrated to mark the end of the holy month of Ramzan. Its celebration is almost the same across the world, offering special Eid prayers in new clothes and savoring sweet sevayan, pudding made with thin noodles, or sheer and offering charity in the form of zakat and fitra. In India, we celebrate Eid in a slightly different way. In the Mughal period, the sighting of the moon was greeted by the firing of cannons. Now, small but noisy fireworks have taken the place of cannons. Indian Muslims have Indianized their dress too. Some decades ago, sherwani was the most favored attire for this occasion, but it has been replaced by the modern shirt and pants. The addition of dishes like dahi bhalla, chole bhatura and sweet sheer are also influences of indigenous traditions which are unique to us. In Mumbai and Hyderabad, sheer khurma is a special dish prepared with milk and dried dates during Eid. The 14th century explorer Bani Batuta mentions a very interesting instance of Eid celebrations from the reign of Muhammad bin Tughlaq. This is perhaps the first mention of an Indian celebration of Eid in a non-religious text. Muhammad bin Tughlaq used to go to the Eidgah in a procession comprising 100 elephants decorated with howdahs made from gold and umbrellas of the same material. 300 harbingers walked ahead, led by the head verger. After offering prayers, the real celebrations would begin. The highlights were the dance and music festival, which usually lasted for 2 days. On the third day of Eid, the nikah of the relatives of the emperor was performed. These relatives were awarded fiefdoms and manors, which added to the joy of the festivities. On the fourth day, slaves, and on the fifth day, slave girls were freed. On the sixth day, marriages of slave men and women were carried out. The seventh day was the day of charity. During these 7 days, the royal kitchen used to provide free food to the entire city. The Mughals, who were very fond of festivities, added more colors to this festival in the Indian region. Jahangir, who was known to drink alcohol, would become a teetotaler during the month of Ramzan and religiously observed all 30 fasts and would break the last one with wine. The sighting of the moon was the start of a week-long celebration. There is a painting of Emperor Jahangir and Prince Khurram at a gathering for Eid-ul-Fitr at the Museum for Islamische Kunst in Berlin, which shows how music and singing were part of the celebrations in the court. Almost every Mughal king in India was a culinary connoisseur. This is one of the reasons why new dishes were constantly being introduced into the royal kitchen. Even in the period of the last Mughal, Bahadur Shah Zafar, who was only a titular king, the Red Fort hosted magnificent Eid celebrations. For these festivities, Zafar's menu included 26 types of rotis and 14 types of puddings and sweet dishes. It is strange to note that while there are many Urdu poems which describe Holi, Diwali, and Muharram, there are very few poems about Eid. Still, there are some that may be referred to here. Hilali Eid jo dekha ta ye khayal hua / gale mile hui qatil se ek saal hua. Citing the annual moon of Eid, I thought that it has already been a year since I held my beloved. मुझको तेरी ना तुझे मेरी खबर जाएगी / ईद अब की भी दाबे पांव गुजर जाएगी. Both of us would not know about each other and this Eid too will pass us by stealthily. Here is one of the most famous couplets by Qamar Badaini. ईद का दिन है गले आज तो मिले जालिम / रस्मी दुनिया भी है, मौका भी है, दस्तूर भी है. It is Eid today my beloved, let me hug you. It is condoned by custom, the occasion, and ceremony. Lastly, मिल की होती थी कभी ईद भी दिवाली भी / अब ये हालत है कि दादा की गले मिलते हैं. Once we used to celebrate Eid and Diwali together, now we are so afraid of even hugging each other. The writer is a critic, poet and literary historian.